The combine's underway, and I'm here to give you a few guys that I think have a chance to blow up the combine and elevate their draft stock. But what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, or at least appreciate it. And let me know what you think in the comments section below. Who are some of the guys you think will blow up the combine? I'm going to try to stay away from the usual, like the guys we kind of figure will, like Aiden Hutchinson. I really think came on Thibodeau. There's a lot of guys there. So I want to kind of mention a few of those. Maybe they're flirting with the first round. This could like actually cement a first round status, or maybe they're flirting with like early day 3 or maybe emerge into the day 2 realm. But yeah, we'll have a mock to mock later, but let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty. First on the list, I got Isaac Taylor Stewart out of USC is the corner. You probably, if you've been around the channel for a while, you remember me talking about this cat for a little bit as, oh man, he might emerge. Oh, this might be the year. Where is he? Bam. Okay. He actually finally became he was kind of a legit starter in 2019 and then kind of lost his starting job in 2020 and then came back this season, reclaimed it, but still hasn't had that pop out, just hasn't emerged as a legit playmaker in coverage despite his physical gifts. Like, this guy should blow up the 40. He is legit. Like, during his recruiting, he had a 4.32. Like, this dude, I think he's gonna blow up like the short area quickness, the agility drills. Like, he has a chance coming in at 6'2", 200 with like NFL ideal length. Come out, test like a monster. Teams will look at this cat and be like, yeah, maybe we could work with this and maybe develop it. I really think he could maybe sneak into the end of the 3rd round, much like we saw from Oregon State's Nashawn Wright last season, because I had that guy is undraftable, and he does not by any means have anywhere close to the physical and athletic gifts that Isaac Taylor Stewart has. So I think he's a guy that could come in and really improve his draft stock. And then next here we got Tyreke Wallin. He's Yeah, everyone kind of already knows it. He made Bruce Feldman's Freaks list. This dude's gonna be, like, already has the impressive 6'3", 205, incredible length. He should blow up the 40 and the explosive drills like the vert and such. But I think this could maybe get him sneaking into the 2nd round. Like, right now I got like a 3rd round grade on him. He's already sneaking in the 2nd round, but like, just putting those on display, like, he's listed by Bruce Feldman to have 4.3 speed. Very curious what to see the what he'll do in like the vert and some of the other explosive drills like the broad jump. I think where he's going to struggle is going to be the agility drills. So 3-cone, the short shuttle. So we'll see with that, but Wallin could be a big winner just because another guy that has immense athleticism along with those physical tools, the length, the size, the frame, the build. And then also up on the list here, we got Leo Chalan. I forgot how it's pronounced. I heard it correctly yesterday, and I just don't quite have it down here. Now, I'm listening to him. I don't think he necessarily sneaks into the 1st round. I've seen some people maybe kind of throw him up in there. I think he's probably safely a 2nd rounder, though. I list him here because this dude is probably, like, with all intents and purposes, gonna break the bench press record for the linebackers. At least that's his goal, and he's listed to what? Let's see if I have it written down. I know he's like benched up to like 400 pounds. Dang it, I didn't write it down. I mean, I'm sure I could Google this real quick. But, okay, it says he back in 2020, May 9th. This is what it was. He benched 225 pounds, which is what they're going to be benching at the combine, 40 times, and this was 2 years ago. So you gotta think, and he actually posted this. It was a video, so you go find that on Twitter. But you gotta think he could at least clear the current record, which I want to say it's like 41 or something, right? I couldn't find it on Google. Thanks, Google. Next, I got Nick Cross. I've been talking about this cat a lot because I think he's going to test out extremely well in the explosive drills and in the 40. Like, this guy's going to have an impressive vert, I believe. Like, this cat's a former hurdler, I believe. I know he ran with Maryland's track team when he was a freshman. Let's see where he's at. Currently my safety 6. Yeah, but yeah, he ran with the track team. Member of Maryland's track team back when he was a freshman. This dude's got crazy speed. I think he literally is gonna come in here and test like a Kyle Duggar or a Jeremy Chin and really get people talking about him, because I don't think enough people are. This guy is kind of an athletic freak at 6'1", 210. Like, how the range he has, oh, it's just nasty. And then on to Christian Watson, guy that man could sneak into the second round. People like right after the Senior Bowl, because there's that Senior Bowl hype. I saw him in a couple of first round mocks, which I don't know if that's entirely on the table, but I know that I'm pretty sure this cat's gonna run a pretty fast 40, and he's gonna like the explosive drills are gonna be bonkers for this cat, because he accelerates like nobody's business. I'm kind of eager to see how he does in the agility drills, but we kind of know what he is in terms of he is a deep field or a long to intermediate separator. So like this dude's just explosive off the top of his routes, and like even in like guys would give him like 10 yards of cushion and still somehow just blow the top off of a defense. Like Christian Watson is, I think, pretty impressive. Currently sits at wide receiver 11 for me with third round grade, but I definitely could see him jumping a couple of guys and then maybe sneak into like I could see him as a late second rounder, maybe mid to late. But he's going to be an interesting guy to watch, especially since there's not a lot of size in this class. Like you have Drake London at 6'5", George Pickens at 6'3", but after that, man, it's kind of few and far between. There's Alec Pierce, who we'll talk about in a minute. Justin Ross, who he's not gonna test at the combine. He's going to his pro day. He's recovering from, I think it was an ankle injury. You got Eric Uzkanma. I don't know, the Texas Tech receiver, but he's not an explosive guy. You got guys like Dixon from Nicholls State, Austin from Notre Dame, who are 6'2". But those guys, they're not speedy. They don't have that they don't have that acceleration. They don't have that long speed to actually be a legit burner like Watson does. He's kind of a rare athlete. And I already mentioned Alec Pierce a little bit, but Alec Pierce, man, while the Senior Bowl wasn't ideal, I thought he may have been one of the guys to maybe separate himself in this class. Currently sits at wide receiver 15 for me. And he's 6'3", 208, good size. I think he's going to be great in the vert, great in the 40. So I don't know how much honestly, I'm like looking at it and I'm like, because right now I got him as a late day 2, early day 3. Testing out well. I don't really think moves him up a ton. Maybe ahead of just a couple of other guys, maybe sliding into wide receiver 13 for me. But that's yet to be seen. But you like this guy, like him and Watson, guys with size, guys with some legit explosiveness, legit speed. Obviously Watson, I think the ball skill, I don't even say the ball skills. It's really like just having to make catches in traffic isn't really his calling card. While I would say Alec Pierce was a bit better at that throughout his career. 24 of 53 on contested catches with a 6.3% drop rate throughout his whole career. So there's that, opposed to like a Christian Watson, who was like 17 of 42, I believe. who constantly had, I think, a above 10%. Yeah, he had a 13.3% drop rate throughout his career. So there is that. So it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting. I'm stoked. I'm stoked for the combine. And then let's talk about Alex Wright, because this cat didn't get an opportunity at the Senior Bowl since he was underclassman. But 6'7", I don't know if he's gonna come in that tall. He might be more of a 6'6", but 270. I'm curious to see what his length is. But this cat for his size, man, was explosive. Whether it was a 2-point, 3-point stance, he was quick and explosive off the blocks and got after it. Like, I'm really, really excited. Like, he had a big year with Jordan Smith, if you remember him from UAB, who ended up going in the 4th round, and I feel like Alex Wright might be in the similar area. But if he tests well, then I really can see him going in day 2. I'm a big fan, even despite it being a very, very good edge class. But even without Jordan Smith, like, he put up a banger year. But regardless, the year before, like, he had over a 20% win rate. The year before, he had a 22% win rate. Like, this is the cat that no one's really talking about. They really should. I like Alex Wright a lot. He was a guy I mentioned along with Arnold Ebiketie as guys that I think could be big risers. And I said this before the season. So, huge fan. Huge fan. Boyo Mafe, no secret. This guy's going to blow it up. This guy's explosive. I can't wait to see it. Like, at 6'3", 255. I'm curious if he puts on maybe about 5 pounds to get that 260. Because he was listed at 265 at Minnesota. So, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I think this dude, like, he made Bruce Feldman's freaks list for that explosiveness, for that speed. He's like just an he's an obvious pick to be a guy that is going to be a big winner coming out the combine and probably gets himself into the first round conversation. Like, really. I'm just saying. Everything I'm saying, I'm super saying like Goku. And then Bernhard Ryman, I think at 304, people think of him as maybe more of this athletic, especially being a former tight end, more of this athletic blocker. This guy that needs to be on the move, that there's not a lot of power to his game. He probably could handle like a power-oriented blocking scheme. And I think they're dead wrong. This guy's bench is going to be freaking impressive. Because he's on record for benching 450 freaking pounds, dude. Like, this guy has strength. He's only been playing the tackle position 2 years, and it doesn't feel like a project at all, man. Doesn't really feel like a project at all. He's got stupid active hands. Wouldn't mind seeing more pop. You would think a guy that's benching 450, he'd have a little bit more of a explosiveness, especially getting all that weight off your chest. You gotta explode at the bottom, or else it ain't going up. Just saying. But yeah, no, I think he could be a big winner. I think people just really don't get how strong this cat really is. And then my final guy I want to talk about, I think Tyree Johnson out of Texas freaking A&M. Could be a big winner. He's listed at 6'4", 240. I'm hoping he could get at least a 245. Probably viewed as maybe a pass rushing only or a pass rushing specialist. But I mean, I don't mind that. You see guys like D'Angelo Malone, Amari Barno from Virginia Tech that'll probably be only sought out in that role. That'll probably go in like the 4th round. And no one's really talking about Tyree Johnson as like anything more than a late day 3 pick. And I remember anytime I went back to watch Texas A&M, whether it was for guys like DeMarvin Leal or Michael Clemens, I was like, who is this guy that just he's always the first one off the edge. Like, this guy's get off was so impressive and just so explosive. And it just didn't matter how many times I was trying to watch Clemens or Leal or even Peavy, like anyone on the defensive line for Texas A&M. I always went back to Johnson because it's like he was so impressive. Even if he may or may not be, or may just be a pass rush specialist, there is still a demand for that. And if you could do it at a high level, then you're going to get taken early day 3 rather than this maybe late day 3 status he currently has. Again, just a guy I was always just so impressed with when I went back to watch other people. Like, well, this past season, he had 26 pressures, 9 sacks, and that was only on 266 pass rush and snaps. Like, it's just eye-popping, man. So, play strength might be a concern. I don't know if he's benching this week. Not that that really entails, like, play strength, because obviously, there's full body. It's not like they're out there doing squats or deadlifts at these events, but regardless, man, I really like Johnson. Me personally, I have a midday 3 grade on him, but I feel like I could bounce this guy up maybe a couple of spots. Like, currently sitting at edge 25 for me. I wouldn't mind putting him around the edge 22, 21 area personally. So I'm kind of excited to watch him. But I think that's all I got for you. So let me know what you think. That's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing. As always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.